The hot sauce. That's right, make it the original Louisiana hot sauce. Bold, handcrafted hot sauce straight out of Louisiana. Wings, nachos, burgers, whatever's on your plate, hit it with that Louisiana flavor and turn your victory meal unbeatable. And if your team took the L, pour some on anyway. It might not fix the score, but it will fire up your taste buds. The original Louisiana hot sauce. That's Louisiana hot, buy you some.
Lowe's knows that free makes everything better. That's why our rewards members get free standard shipping on the things they want and need to get the job done every day. Savings for rewards members add up fast, so why wait? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
The stalled vehicle has been cleared downtown on I-35 southbound Martin Luther King Jr. Boulevard, but things are still pretty slow starting from Highway 290. Looking in the opposite direction, I-35 northbound for a stalled vehicle affecting the exit ramp trying to exit off to Palmer Lane. There's also a crash on Highway 71 eastbound at 183. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by King's Hawaiian Sliders.
Eli Manning here. There's nothing like football and King's Hawaiian Sliders. There's something about those soft, fluffy, irresistible King's Hawaiian Sliders that make them a winner on game day. Pick some up this weekend in the bakery or deli section of your grocery store. King's Hawaiian. There's nothing like it.
Morning, Zoe. Got donuts.
Jeff Bridges, why are you still living above our garage?
Well, I dig the mattress, and I want to be in a T-Mobile commercial like you. Teach me, Savannah.
Oh, no, I'm not really prepared. I couldn't possibly. At T-Mobile, get the new iPhone 17 Pro on them. It's designed to be the most powerful iPhone yet and has the ultimate pro camera system.
Wow, impressive. Let me try. T-Mobile is the best place to get iPhone 17 Pro because they've got the best network.
Nice, Jeffrey.
You heard them. T-Mobile is the best place to get the new iPhone 17 Pro on us with eligible trade-in in any condition.
So, what are we having for lunch?
Dude, my work here is done.
24-month bill credits on experience beyond for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits ended, balance due if you pay up earlier. Cancel finance agreement, iPhone 17 Pro, 256 gigs, $1,099.99, and 2 line minimum $100 plus a month plan without a pay plus taxes and fees required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Make your tailgate a winner with Kolache Factory football party trays. Load up on fan favorites like potato, egg, and cheese, bacon and cheese, ham and cheese, smoked beef sausage, barbecue beef, pizza, and even sweet trays with muffins, cinnamon rolls, and more. Whatever your playbook calls for, we've got the perfect lineup to feed your crowd. And don't miss our October flavor of the month, the pumpkin cream muffin. Sweet, cozy, and perfect for game day. Order online or through the Kolache Factory app and score big at your next tailgate. Kolache Factory, a history of good taste.
The Home Depot has everything you need to turn your home into a beacon of holiday cheer. So whether you're going all out or just adding a few holiday touches, we've got you covered with trees, yard decor, and more. Save time decorating with one of our easy-to-assemble pre-lit trees or pick up a piece from our Yuletide Lane decor collection and fill your yard with holiday joy. Whatever your style, find everything to get your holidays started at the Home Depot.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch, because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 25 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shields Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 or in Mississippi.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
There's danger out there. It lurks on highways and quiet neighborhood streets. It's more likely to kill you than a shark and more terrifying than the biggest snake. Distracted driving claims lives every day. Every notification, swipe, social post, video, or selfie while driving risks your life. So while you might think public speaking or the zombie apocalypse is scary, what's really terrifying and even deadly is distracted driving. Eyes forward, don't drive distracted. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDETA Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Prediction Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone. Sark met with the media at SEC Media Access. We make our picks, and of course, we got to make some better ones. We got Eric Henry of Horns 247 joining us at 7:32. Former Sooner and K-Town legend, yes, Tommy Harris will be joining us this morning. We have to pay our debt to society, so we've got Thaddeus Ballard, a.k.a. Titus O'Neil, joining us at 8:17. And we've got to wrap up the MLB playoffs. Sorry, Mark, start spreading the news. The Yankees are staying at home. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. And, of course, I'm joined by the WWE Hall of Famer, and he's recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And, of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates apply. Also, if you want to voice your opinion or get a chance to win a family 4-pack to go see the Texas Stars tomorrow night, now you get a chance to do it by leaving a voicemail, and I'll give you a keyword on that new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app, and you'll get a chance to go to the game. But also, remember, it's Texas OU week. It's hate week right now, and all things can be heard right here on Sports Radio AM 1300.
Oh, man. Hey.
And all things can be heard right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone, because we are the home of Texas football. You can always hear the voice, Craig Way and Roger Wallace and Will Matthews as they bring you the game. But we will be in Dallas starting tomorrow as we get closer and closer to this Texas OU state fair fight. And I'm excited about it because this is the moment we've all been waiting for. We've been waiting for the news to come out of Oklahoma, and it says that all things, the injury report came out yesterday, and all things say that it's trending towards Mateer playing. I don't know how effective he's going to be. I don't know if it's all true, but all I know is he's got a hand injury. And as a quarterback, you're under center, you're shotgun formation, the ball is touching your hand every single play. So there is going to be an opportunity for the Texas Longhorns because he hasn't done, as Brent Venables, says that he hasn't been doing good on good. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if he's walking around campus with a football in his hand and people trying to knock it out of his hands, Mark. But you know as well as I do, if you have a hand injury in this sport, you have to use your hands. It's going to be a difficult task.
Well, there's guys that are not as pleasant as you and I, Hardge. And I grew up with one. And I'm in Silsbee, Texas right now, getting ready to watch my brother get inducted into the Wall of Honor. And I'm going to tell you, if it was him, if he was playing on that Wrecking Crew defense, John Mateer's hand would get grabbed and he would get do-si-doed all around the backfield. Because my brother was mean, and there are some mean guys out there that they're going to take advantage of Mateer. If he end up in the bottom of the pile, you better unload that pile real quick because he will not be out there long.
That's what I've been talking about the whole time is like you'd be silly not to attack it. I'm not talking about going out there and trying to hurt the man, but we're talking about you have a hand injury. You are the quarterback. I'm slapping at your hand the entire time. And there may be a time you get hit on a helmet. There's just so much that happens that is it worth the risk for him to play right now by rushing him back for the Texas game and then possibly not having him for the rest of the season?
Well, you can't even protect yourself when you go to the ground.
Exactly.
Like everything that you do, you land on your hands. I would force him to run to his right, because if he tried to go left, then he can stiff arm with his left and hold the ball with his right. Like, which pick your poison? What do you want him to do?
Exactly.
So like if he runs to the left, then his right arm is the stiff arm, and that don't make sense at all.
Well, we'll see what ends up happening. But I want you to hear from Coach Sark as he's preparing for this week. And as we get closer and closer, we'll have another availability with him today. So we'll hear one more time what his expectations are after the last day of preparations.
Yeah, obviously exciting week of any season, in particularly this one. I think the 121st meeting between Texas and OU in the Red River rivalry. In Dallas at the State Fair at the Cotton Bowl. In my opinion, it's the premier game, the best game in all of college football year in and year out. We're obviously fortunate and humbled to be part of it. OU's got a great team. It's a heck of a challenge, and looking forward to an awesome opportunity to go play in that game.
And one of the biggest things for Sark as well was talking about Arch Manning. We've talked about the running game and the lack of it at times, but you start to understand that, hey, Sark, Arch is the leading rusher of the team, so that has to be a challenge. There's
a lot of people and things that have been challenged this week, including myself. And so, to point out one thing or another probably wouldn't be fair to all the facets of, trying to push the right buttons to make sure that we put our best foot forward. So, naturally, I think the injury bug has kind of hindered that some. Obviously with Trey and C4 being injured and trying to find our way with some of the younger players, and Arch has obviously utilized his legs very well. So ideally, one or two of these guys can find their rhythm and find their groove here as we moving towards the second half of the season.
And speaking of CJ Baxter, it looks as if he's not going to be able to play because the initial injury report came out and it says CJ Baxter is doubtful this week for the Texas Longhorns, and probable is Malik Muhammad and Parker Livingston. So that's a big part of what Texas is going to need. But this is a game where, the running game is going to have to be featured. But he was asked about Arch Manning and giving him enough time in the pocket to throw. Because remember, I've been talking about getting the ball out of his hand quick. Well, Sark was talking about the big chunk plays that they like to do down the field.
Well, I think it all depends on, what you're trying to do offensively, right? And, obviously Arch is a guy who can push the ball down the field. And we're trying to, especially early on in the season, we're trying to play to his strengths and try to do some things that he does well. With that requires holding the ball for a half a second or so longer. So when you do that, that stresses the protection some. And so, at times when, with Quinn was an elite RPO guy, and everyone used to criticize Quinn because he threw so many balls at or behind the line of scrimmage. And so what you try to find and what you try to do is find balance in all those things to where you can throw the deep ball, throw the intermediate ball, and throw the short ball. In certain games, certain times, certain parts of the season, you lean into one aspect more than the other. And if you're throwing a lot of quick game and RPOs and screens, that number is going to be really low. It might be below 2. But if you're holding the ball and trying to push it down the field, or you're behind in games and you're scrambling around a little bit and you're taking shots down the field, that number might be higher. So, ideally you're probably in the mid 2s. That's usually the average when it's all said and done. But, I was definitely obviously aware of that number.
So basically what he's saying is, I understand what the challenges are when you're trying to push down the field. And as well as I do, 2 seconds is a long time when you're trying to drop back. Then you're getting to 3 and 4. You got to be able to get that ball out of your hands because that seems to be the situation that Texas is in.
Well, I think that one of the best things when you have a failing running game is quick passes in the flats, quick slants, are kind of like a running play. Like they just give you that 3 to 4 yards, and you allow your player to get the ball in his hands, and maybe he can make a play. Texas, I think that would be the next course of action if they can't establish that running game.
Well, the other part of it is, longing are the days of Greg Davis, where they would get that ball out. People were like, man, I can't believe he's running that. And then you look up and the wide receivers got over 150 yards receiving, got a bunch of first downs. You've moved the ball. Now all of a sudden Jamal Charles is popping one down the middle and taking it to the house. And those are kind of the things that people are now trying to figure out. Let's protect this kid, kind of like what we talked about yesterday. And his numbers are very, very good compared to some of the other quarterbacks at this time in their careers and all that. But we want quick grits, right? We want to be able to cook them quick.
I don't like quick grits. I want it to take 15, 20 minutes. Like I want the real thing.
Yeah, you got a microwave sometimes.
No, we're not doing that. We in the South. This is the South.
We are in the South.
I'm gonna judge you. I'm gonna stare at you and look at you real funny if you serve me some instant grits.
You wouldn't know. It'd already be ready by the time you got there. Hello. When we come back, Prediction Thursday. We're going to knock out some of these predictions. We've got our guy Eric Henry of Horns 247 joining us at 7:34. Tommy Harris, legend of Oklahoma, joining us at 8 a.m. Yes, folks, he is joining us.
Are you sure?
Yeah. We've been going through some changes around here. And Titus O'Neil, WWE superstar, is going to gloat. And I know Mark cannot wait for this conversation here on a Prediction Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
Our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One.
Streaming only on Hulu.
Right now.
Jelly Roll! Hi, this is Ed Sheeran.
Cool.
Brian Adams.
Make some noise for Tate McRae.
Hey, I'm Sammy Hagar.
And Carrie.
We have Maroon 5. Good evening. Hey, this is John Fogerty.
Tim McGraw.
And so much more.
See it all at our 2025 iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One. Streaming only on Hulu right now.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
First responders are on the scene of an accident, blocking off 2 right lanes on I-35 southbound before Highway 290 at St. John's Avenue, causing speeds to be slow from 183. The opposite direction of stalled vehicles affecting the exit ramp I-35 northbound off to Parmer. There's also a crash on FM 1825 at Wells Branch Parkway. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Bet Online.
Baseball postseason is in full swing, and Bet Online is your #1 source to get closer to the action. From every pitch to the final out, Bet Online gives you more ways to play with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game wagering. Bet Online, the game starts here.
This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Texas Longhorns opened SEC play on the road in Gainesville, but came up short, falling to the Florida Gators 29-21. Florida quarterback DJ Lagway stole the show, throwing for 298 yards and 2 touchdowns, both to freshman Dallas Wilson, who racked up 111 yards receiving. Texas quarterback Arch Manning battled all afternoon, finishing with 263 yards and 2 touchdowns, but he also threw 2 costly interceptions and was sacked 6 times. The Longhorns struggled to establish the run, managing just 50 yards on the ground, and the special teams hurt them as well, with a punt block led to a safety. Despite the late rally, the Texas offense couldn't finish the comeback, falling to 3-2 overall and 0-1 in SEC play. Coach Steve Sarkisian called it a learning moment for the young team, and now it turns its focus on Oklahoma in the big rivalry at the State Fair. This Longhorn Minute brought to you by Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included, so you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
Game day isn't just about the score, it's about the food. And nothing says game day like Tumble 22 Catering. Picture this: crispy, juicy tenders, spicy hot chicken sandwiches, and scratch-made sides big enough to feed your whole crew. Tailgating, couch gating, just hanging with friends? Call it in, pick it up, and bring the flavor that keeps the party going. We've got family packs starting at just $25.99 and a table waiting if you want to dine in. Tumble 22, where flavor wins every time. Good food, good people, game day glory.
iHeart presents Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour, taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th.
Straight out of Compton, it's a crazy brother named Ice Cube.
Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Hey, for over 40 years, Apple Leasing has been committed to providing excellent client experiences and the best lease on the market. It's called the Easy Lease. You should call and ask them about it. The number is 346-9977. Just this year, Cars.com ranked Apple Leasing one of the top leasing companies in the country for customer service and experience, and this is out of thousands of dealers in the state of Texas. You should call them 346-9977. You know, with today's lower rates, auto payments are even lower, and now's the time to capitalize and call the nation's leaders in leasing, Apple Leasing. Why wouldn't you call the best in the business? You can join thousands of other happy clients and make that one call that will save you time and money. Our leasing professionals are ready to serve you. Call 512-346-9977 at 512-346-9977 or visit us online at appleleasing.com.
Back to Hardge and Henry in the morning kickoff on 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone. My boy Richie just sent us a video talking about my cousin Vinny about cooking the Southern way. No other way.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite one right there. That movie, My Cousin Vinny, was hilarious, but that court scene was the best. It was awesome.
Yep. All right, let's get into it, my man. It's that time. We got predictions that we have to get to, and just for those that don't understand, when we pick these are for entertainment purposes. Don't hold it against us. Understand that we don't know all the answers. You don't know all the answers, Sway. We don't know, but we're going to try to lead you in the right direction. And we're about to get into college football and our picks for this weekend. Marcus, you have the floor because you still have the best record out of all of us at this particular time. So go ahead, Mr. Spears. Take the floor.
I am starting off South Florida, 1.5 over North Texas.
South Florida, 1.5. That game will be Friday night at Denton. It's almost like we should probably go to that, but we'll see what we got. We're pretty busy this weekend. Mark Henry, what will your first pick be?
My first pick is Oregon versus Indiana, and I'm going Oregon.
Oregon. Ooh, that's a big number, too. 7.5.
It's a big number, but if anybody can cover it, it's them. That's a prolific offense.
Okay. I am going into the Big Ten as well. I am going to take Michigan plus 2.5 at USC. USC, I don't know who they are, if they're real or if they're fake, but I'm going to see what Michigan have. I'm taking the Michigan Wolverines plus 2.5 at USC. At USC. My second pick will be number 9, Texas Tech Red Raiders. They are a 14-point favorite at KU or versus KU. They're hosting KU. I like KU, but I like Texas Tech a little bit more. Minus 14, I'm taking them. Mark Henry, your second pick.
I am going Missouri and Alabama. And I'm going to go Alabama. They're saying that it's a 5. The line is 5.5.5.
3. It's 3 now.
It's 3 now?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still going to go Alabama.
You go with Bama. I'm making you do that.
No, you ain't making me do nothing.
Marcus.
I'm going to go Florida, 7.5, plus 7.5 versus A&M out of the hopes that Florida was just better than they've been all season.
Yep, I got you. Mark, your third college pick.
Well, I think it's safe to assume with the shirt that I'm wearing that you kind of know where my pick is going to go. Texas and Oklahoma. I'm going to go Texas.
Texas is a 1.5-point favorite. By the way, folks, the lines that we are giving you are based off of DraftKings. The crown is yours. If you got a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Just want you to know that. Marcus, your third college pick.
I'm taking Michigan State minus 8.5 versus UCLA.
Michigan State. You calling UCLA fool's goal after last week?
Well, also the fact that West Coast team traveling.
Yeah, I got you. I like it. I am going with Arizona State. They are a 6-point dog at Utah. I am taking Arizona State plus 6 on the road at Utah. I saw what Texas Tech did to them, and they have a big matchup next week, Texas Tech and Arizona State. So those two will be locked in and ready to go. They're not looking past each other's opponent, so I'm taking them. Now we go to the NFL. Mark Henry, who do you have in your first game in the NFL?
The first game I'm going with is going to be Kansas City Chiefs versus Detroit Lions, and I'm going to go Detroit, and we're going to get to see Kansas City go to 4 losses before they have the first break.
Well, since you are there, I agree with you for the first time in a long time. I am taking Detroit, and the reason why I'm taking Detroit is because all they did, Kansas City, was fight, and now they are trying.
We just become best friends?
It seems like it.
Yeah.
Bad boy for life. Marcus.
Man, I almost took that game. But I'm going Rams 7.5 versus the Ravens. We would have been 3-peat.
Yeah, we would have. We would have been all the way in unison. Marcus, what is your next game?
Steelers minus 5.5 versus the Browns.
Minus 5.5 versus the Browns. Mark Henry.
I'm going to go. The game I think is going to be the game of the week. It's going to be the Seattle Seahawks and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Jacksonville coming off a big win. I think they're going to drop a little bit. I'm going Seahawks.
Seahawks. Okay. Mark Henry takes the Sea Chickens. I understand what you're talking about. I got you.
Hey, man, I did not say Sea Chickens. I said the Seahawks. Put some respect on their name.
I am going with the New England Patriots. The New England Patriots, found glory with Drake May. They're a tough football team. They do things the right way. They are traveling to New Orleans. New Orleans can't get out of their way. They won their first game last week, so they probably think they're going to the Super Bowl. Not happening. I am taking New England minus 3.5, and I will finish off with the New York Jets plus 7.5 versus the Denver Broncos. They are playing overseas. I am going with the Jets to cover. I'm not saying they're winning, but they will make this game tight, plus 7.5. Marcus, who are you going with?
We're going head-to-head because I'm taking the Broncos minus the 7.5 because the Jets are bad.
Come on, man. Don't just beat them up.
I like Glenn, but the Jets are bad.
They're going to cover, though. They're going to cover. Mark Henry, your final pick, sir.
San Francisco 49ers and the Fighting Baker Mayfields. Okay, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Guys, I cannot pick against Baker. That's a wonderful sign when it comes to how you view a team by the power of their quarterback. Baker Mayfield is better than any other guy other than Josh Allen right now.
So you picking Tampa Bay?
I'm picking Tampa Bay to cover.
All right. So there are our picks for this weekend. As we said, please choose wisely. And this is for entertainment purposes only. This is not where you go and mortgage your crib. This is us.
No, I'm picking with my heart. And that's the last thing you want to do is to bet your mortgage on the fact that Mark Henry said that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is it's a lock.
Yes.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, Mark said lock him
in. Just look at my record.
Unless you got him right, then you would say you should have listened.
Hey, he's giving you the stone cold lock of the day, the Mark Henry lock.
The world's strongest lock. There you go.
For entertainment purposes.
Yeah, there are some other games of interest that will be going on this weekend that I was looking at. Obviously, the Dallas Cowboys traveling to Carolina. Carolina is a team that is playing well, but so are the Dallas Cowboys. You also look at the Arizona Cardinals and the Indianapolis Colts. Can the Colts continue this trajectory that they are on at this particular time? The way that they're playing, we talked about what's going on in Arizona. Are the players looking at the coach a little bit different now, or are they going to rally behind them to see what happens there? The Chargers and the Miami Dolphins. The Chargers have been struggling over the last couple of weeks. The Miami Dolphins, no Tyreek Hill. Are they going to be able to save our guy, Mr. That's all, folks. Seeing if he's going to be able to keep his job. I think he's dead man walking, and things might have to change.
Walking a mile, boss. Walking a mile.
I think some things are about to change in Miami. So there are some good games this weekend. We'll have Eric Henry of Horns 247 joining us in just a moment, but we'll close out the hour talking about big games in college football this weekend. A ton of ranked matchups in the Big East, in the Big Ten and the SEC. Some big-time matchups all over the place. We'll continue with Eric Henry of Horns 247 when we come back right here on a Prediction Thursday edition of the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
First responders are on scene of an accident blocking off two right lanes on I-35 southbound before Highway 290 at St. John's Avenue, causing speeds to be slow from 183. The opposite direction of stalled vehicles affecting the exit ramp I-35 northbound off to Parmer. There's also a crash on FM 1825 at Wells Branch Parkway. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Mark Henry here. If you want to start your day the sweet way, I have just the place for you. Shipley's Donuts in Dripping Springs. Since 1936, Shipley's has been a Texas tradition, and they've been putting out hot, fresh donuts and kolaches every morning. Swing by 13341 West Highway 290. Open at 5 a.m. daily. Classic glaze, savory kolaches, joy in every bite. You're on your way to school, work, practice, skip the line. Order ahead on the Shipley's app. Fresh, fast, delicious. That's Shipley's in Dripping Springs. Take it from me. think they're the best.
This is it, the biggest race weekend of the year. The Formula One United States Grand Prix roars back into Austin October 17th through 19th at Circuit of the Americas. 3 days of racing, 3 massive headliners, 1 legendary weekend. Witness 36 hours of entertainment featuring performances by Kygo, Garth Brooks, and the Turnpike Troubadours. Lock in your spot today at thecircuit.com. That's thecircuit.com.
Would you drive 10 minutes for $500? That's the distance from CarMax to Henna Chevrolet. And Henna guarantees you $500 more than any CarMax offer for your vehicle. Just show Henna your written CarMax appraisal offer within 7 days, and you'll get $500,000 more guaranteed. Is your time worth $50 a minute? It is at Henna. Come get your money at Henna.com.
Henna Chevrolet will always stand by you.
Together, let's drive.
Huddle up. Specs is unleashing a savings blitz just in time for kickoff. With ice-cold canned cocktails, bold bourbons, and touchdown-worthy snacks, Specs is stacking your team with an unbeatable selection and lower prices. Fill the cart, pile on the snacks, and hydrate like a champion. Your winning drive starts at Specs. Down, set, save. Specs. The fun starts here.
Hey, Jen, you ready for a girls' night in?
Absolutely. A little wine, a little JTV.
Yes, I love jewelry television.
I'm obsessed with their Italian gold designs.
Me too. And their colored gemstone jewelry. So many different gemstones. Absolutely gorgeous. I shop on TV and online.
Right now, new customers receive 25% off their first purchase of $50 or more when they visit jtv.com/radio.
More wine?
Yes, and more JTV.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at ethos.com/music. That's ethos.com/music.
Cowboys old lineman Tyler Smith and Tyler Guyton returned to practice yesterday after missing their win over the Jets with injuries. Spurs beat the Heat in preseason play. Keldon Johnson led San Antonio with 19 points. NLDS, Phillies crushed the Dodgers. Cubs beat the Brewers to stay alive. ALDS, Blue Jays eliminated the Yankees. Tigers torched the Mariners to force a Game 5. I'm Ron Moss.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz. Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
This week on United States of Kennedy, the podcast.
Teamsters President Jimmy Hoffa once promised to break both of Bobby Kennedy's arms.
Bobby, JFK's attorney general, wanted to take down the mob, starting with Hoffa.
This is Bobby trying to get the world to care about him, which explains all this passion and anger going into this, even though it's still kind of ineptly handled.
Each week, we dive into our cultural fascination with the Kennedy dynasty.
So for your free iHeartRadio app, search United States of Kennedy and listen now.
Texas football plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It's Thursday, so you know what that means. We got to go get our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247. You can follow him at Eric C. Henry _ as he breaks it down with the great folks over at Horns 247. Good morning, E. How you doing, buddy? With the Devil Rays shirt on, boy. It's cold out there.
There we go. We got to go with the throwback Devil Rays. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, real quick, man. You know, Mark, you know, Sexual Chocolate was only a character, right? Why you bring us to the bedroom for those of us watching on the YouTube? Sexual Chocolate was a television character, Mark.
Sexual Chocolate is a true dramatization of the real guy. It is It is art imitating life.
That was outstanding. He way to start this thing off, man. But let's get
Hey,
into
but
it.
your Devil Rays can join my Yankees.
They're all in Cancun right now. That's for sure.
Galveston. They're in Galveston.
So, Eve, let's get into it because obviously there is a lot of conversation around the quarterback position. Some of the criticism is warranted, but most of it is not. It is a guy playing 7 games of college football, and now the conversation has changed. There was an article about him, but one of the things that you wrote about is the Arch Manning situation and the respect that he's earned from his teammates. So let the people know about what you gathered in your information about Arch Manning and how these players look at him.
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to criticize the publication, but I don't know when that article was written. I don't know how you can come away from last Saturday's game and not take away wholeheartedly that Arch Manning is a tough 3-word phrase that I cannot use on the air, right? That was the sentiment I got when I spoke to the players on Monday. I wanted to hear it from, was offensive guys like Ryan Wingo or Quintravion Wiseman. Let's use Trey for a second, Mark and Hardge. Remember, that's a guy who took 34 carries, 36 touches overall at Texas A&M on the road last year, 90 carries down the last three games of the year. He's as tough as they come. And to hear him say, yeah, that guy's a dog. He earned my respect. He earned, with his toughness. Defensive guys like Anthony Hill, Hero Kanu talk about how they earned his respect. How seeing your quarterback, and y'all know this, right? That's the guy. And if you see him pick himself back up off the turf and keep fighting, those guys are going to want to fight. I'm not saying that's the solve for all of Texas's issues because we know they are a flawed team right now. However, that really resonated with me coming out of Gainesville and then hearing that from the players on Monday.
Mark,
I'm right there with you, Eric. I see him being one of the tough guys on his team. We saw him get hit a couple of times as he delivered balls, and he completed those passes. It's the passes where he don't get hit that you see somebody running down the seam and he misses them by 3 or 4 feet. All of that stuff is going to be corrected with what, Hardge? Time. We keep saying that, and we said it last year. People underestimate how good Quinn was with the touch passes because of his experience, not because he was overwhelmingly physically great, because we all know and can see with our eyes that Arch is a bigger, stronger, better athlete than Quinn was, but that don't make you a better quarterback. And it's just going to take some time for him.
Super quick, Mark, onto your point, right? You talked about kind of Arch Manning's physical traits. And guys, Steve Sarkisian on the SEC teleconference, coaches teleconference that they have on Wednesday, noted that Arch Manning, I believe the time was 3.4 seconds that he had, which we all know, right? That's an eternity to throw the football if you're a quarterback, right? Wanting to push it downfield. Steve Sarkisian noted that, hey, they believe downfield passing is a strength of Arch Manning, and they're not going to change what they're trying to do. I reference that because I don't know if you guys have heard this on our Horns 24/7 message board. Some of the conversation has been, can they get the quick game going, right? If you're struggling on first and second down, can you get the quick game? How many times on Saturday did you see DJ Lagway? The guy's playing on one leg. He's not dropping back five-step drop. One step, get it out because he can't move, right? I think there are some Texas fans who that into the offense. I do think those things are there and they'll take time. You got to remember, this receiving core is different. You don't have Xavier Worthy or IB, Isaiah Bond, guys who are smaller and shifty. These are bigger receivers, right? They're looking to go across the middle of the field and go down the field. So that was something that I took away from Steve's teleconference yesterday. To your point, Mark, Arch Manning does have the physical tools to deliver the ball downfield.
I'm a guy that is part of that quick game, get the ball out of your hand and try to slow down that rush, because it's great that he can have that kind of time, or you think he can, and he can push it down there. But what we've seen, it has not been able to be true. So you have to make some sort of adjustments, and that could be your running game. The quick game can be. But let me ask you this, E, because there's also some things that are going on when you look at this Texas offense and defense going up against Oklahoma. Oklahoma is one of the best defenses that is out there in the country so far by number. What are some of the things that you've seen about this situation when it comes to the Texas Longhorns attacking Oklahoma?
Listen, I was dead wrong about Oklahoma's defense entering the year, right? They have a defensive end and edge, R. Mason Thomas, who had 9 sacks last year. Is off to a good start this year. I thought, he was a nice player, Hardge and Mark. He's shown that he's more than nice, okay? He's an all-conference caliber player. So I was wrong about R. Mason Thomas. But, of course, we all know the matchup is the interior of Texas. Texas's offensive line versus Oklahoma's defensive interior. Dominic Williams, that's a name Texas fans remember. Of course, he was in the running when Texas was looking for defensive tackles last year. Former USC Trojan, TCU Horned Frog, about 5 schools I could run down. But he put it together in Norman. Keep an eye on that matchup because we all saw left guard was an issue. Really, I mean, the entire interior, but left guard specifically, Connor Stroh, Nick Brooks, Cole Hudson at center. DJ Campbell is excluded from this, right? He was not an issue on Saturday. But how is that interior, the left interior of Texas' offensive line, going to fare? Because I'm telling you right now, if Texas is going to have any chance, it's not going to be – yes, Arch needs to play well, but if they get beat in the trenches the way they did, you might as well just call the game right now and just give the trophy to Oklahoma.
Eric, size don't matter. You got to know your blocking assignment. Like, just because you're 350 pounds, 6'6", 6'7", that don't mean nothing, man. I'll take a guy 6'2", 285 pounds if he know who he's supposed to block and he can get in the way. You ain't got to dominate the guy. Just get in the way. That's where Texas had their problems. People were missing blocking assignments. They shifted right before the play and then it changed who you had to block. And they couldn't get it done. That's education. That's not physicality.
No, Mark, I agree with you, but I'm going to throw one more word at you. You say education, not physicality. I'm going to say continuity as well, right? Remember, doesn't have a ton of snaps playing together. And one of the questions I have for Steve Sarkisian, and I'll admit, we probably let this, or I won't speak for anyone else, I let this get lost in the shuffle. Nato Umazulu. We got to check in on where he's been, right? Because
what did he do? Did he do something? Did he get in trouble?
We have no reason to believe that it was anything off the field. Everything we have to believe is that Connor Stroh was the option that Kyle Flood and Steve Sarkisian felt more comfortable with towards the end of fall camp, right? We started hearing Connor Stroh's name 2-3 weeks into fall camp, right? Haven't heard much about Nato. I plan on asking Steve Sarkisian today, hey, just an update on him and what do you and the staff need to see from him? Because, as I mentioned before, true freshman Nick Brooks got the next set of reps as opposed to Nato, right? So this feels like a situation where, hey, all hands on deck because you need a win. Because I'll just, finish up with this. I know we're up against the clock here. But listen, guys, I don't want to, be negative about things, but let's call a spade a spade. If you lose to OU on Saturday, you can't feel great about your chances against Georgia. You can't feel great about your chances against A&M. It's a 7-5 season, right?
Vandy too.
Well, I'm a little higher on Texas's possibilities against Vandy. I'm not a big Diego Pavia guy, but let's just call looking 7-5 right there. That's not the type of season, especially when you open as the number 1 team in the nation, that you want to have, right? So again, I'm not saying it's a make or break for the season right now, but this is a crucial game because if you lose, you can't feel great about your chances against those 2 clubs.
Yeah, I feel you on that, man. There he is, our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247. Make sure you get over to Horns 247 and check out all of his latest. They're doing great stories there. I'm letting you go. What's the prediction?
I haven't made it yet, which reminds me I need to get that in about an hour and change.
I'll let you hold it. I'll look on social media. We'll look on social media.
You'll see it. It'll be out today. It'll be out at 9 a.m. today.
Hey, Hardge, that was his way of saying, listen, man, I'm not going to break it on your show. I'm going to break it on mine.
He says, I'll give you the score every time, and I appreciate that. But I ain't going to force you this time. I'm going to let you hold on to it. Hold what you got.
Hold what you got, player.
Appreciate
all right, brother. I'll see you this weekend.
Yep.
All right. There he is, Eric Henry of Horns 247. Yeah, great article. Make sure you get over there to check out his latest article. When we come back, we're going to close out hour number 1. We'll talk about the big games this weekend. Yeah, there are a bunch of them in college football. And now's your chance to get a pair of tickets to go see the Texas Stars. Hockey season has started, folks, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
text Texas, followed by your message to 81530 to chat along with your favorite sports radio AM 1300 The Zone hosts. That's Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
2 right lanes are blocked off by a wreck on I-35 southbound before Highway 290 at St. John's Avenue, causing some stop-and-go speeds behind it that start from 183. There's also reports the traffic light's not working properly on the service road of Mopac at Bee Cave Road. Use some caution if you're heading this direction and treat it like an all-way stop. I'm Jason Foster with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Abacus Plumbing, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. In 20628.
Get all your home fall tune-ups from Abacus for only $49 each. A water heater flush, an AC tune-up, an electrical panel inspection, or a mainline drain clean-out. But only at Abacus. You can count on us.
Hey, it's Mark here, the world's strongest man, and here's some strong advice when it comes to working out, energy, longevity, pain management. It's all about blood flow. Heart health is all health. That's why I strongly recommend Super Beats by Human. I've been taking Super Beats Heart Chews for 9 months now, and I can feel it work immediately. You may have noticed the Human logo on the UT football field, and that's because Human was founded out of UT, and all UT teams use Super Beats products with clinically studied ingredients that are shown to provide nearly 2 times more effective blood pressure support than diet or just exercise alone. It's their cheat code, and it's mine too. You can go to livehuman.com and use the promo code MARK for 20% off of superior heart health performance with no crap. Go to livehuman.com with 2 N's, promo code MARK for 20% off your first order. Again, that's livehuman.com, 2 N's, promo code MARK.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included, so you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
Lowe's knows that free makes everything better. That's why our rewards members get free standard shipping on the things they want and need to get the job done every day. Savings for rewards members add up fast, so why wait? Join for free today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms apply. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/shipping terms. Subject to change.
Every morning, we rise and shine. Make breakfast and brush away the night's rest. These routines help us start the day off right. Nature Made vitamins are a simple step in that daily care regimen. Multivitamins with daily essentials, clinically studied probiotics for gut health support, magnesium to help relax the body. Nature Made is made to care for you every day. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
iHeart presents the police coming straight from the underground. Ice Cube, bringing truth to power.
You know how we do.
Featuring 4 decades of attitude, a musical production like he's never done before. Taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour, 4 decades of attitude. Homies got shot. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Your one-stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeart Radio app.
Hey friends, I'm Jessica Capshaw.
And this is Camilla Luddington.
And we have a new podcast, Call It What It Is. You may know us from Graceland Memorial, but did you know that we are actually besties in real life?
When one of us sends out the distress signal, the other one always answers the call. Big or small, we're there.
And what does that look like? 1,000 pep talks, 1,000,000 I've got yous, some very urgent I'm coming overs. Because, I don't know, let's face it, life can get even crazier than a season finale of Grey's Anatomy.
And now here we are, opening up the friendship circle.
Someone's cheating?
We've got you on that.
In-laws are in-lying?
Let's get into it.
Toxic friendship?
Air it out.
We're on your side to help you with your concerns. Talk about ours, and every once in a while, bring on an awesome guest to get their take on the things that you bring us. Listen to Call It What It Is on the iHeartRadio app.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. We cover all 40 acres.
Great stuff from our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247. Make sure you follow him at Eric C. Henry _ on social media. Now's the time for you to get a 4-pack of tickets to go see the Texas Stars versus the Grand Rapids Griffins tomorrow, Friday, October the 10th at the HEB Center in Cedar Park. All you got to do is get over to AM 1300 The Zone, tap that red microphone, and leave it. Word of the day, Blade. Blade is the key word of the day for you to get a chance to win a family 4-pack of tickets to go see the Texas Stars versus the Grand Rapids Griffins Friday night, October the 10th at the HEB Center in Cedar Park. Mark, we got big games this weekend. Obviously, the biggest story is the Texas Longhorns taking on Oklahoma. 2:30, you can hear the game right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone, your home for Texas football. But you can also listen to us starting at 11:30 from the fairgrounds. We'll be at the Old Mill Tavern, courtesy of our great Old Mill Inn, courtesy of the great folks over at the Yellow Rose. You can get over there. If you're not going to Dallas, make sure you get over there for that big as your face bone-in ribeye that they will be serving for $20. Yes. And they got wings too, Mark. They got good wings over there.
Oh, you say less.
You're going to be in Dallas, though. We're going to be in Dallas. But for those that are traveling, make sure you get over there and have a good time. And they got two big 65-inch screens that you can, I think it's bigger than 65, but it's two big screens over there to watch the game as well. And they'll have full sound on for Texas and OU. Mark, the games that are very interesting to me start at 11 o'clock a.m. on Saturday is number 1, Ohio State travels to number 17, Illinois. Illinois is number 17th ranked team. They'll be on Fox. I think Big Noon Kickoff will be at that matchup. There's a lot that goes into that team. Ohio State, number 1 team in the land. We saw them earlier. They're continuing to get better and better. They are a 14-point favorite against Illinois. You also have at 11 o'clock, number 8, Alabama, that's favored by 3 over number 14, Missouri. Missouri has been running the ball on the ground. They've been running the ball well all season long. That has been a big key for them. Can Alabama stop the run against Missouri? That game will kick off on ABC. 2:30, same time, up against the Texas Longhorns and Oklahoma Sooners is number 7, Indiana, taking on number 3, Oregon. That's on CBS, 7-point favorite for Oregon. That's a game that I think you picked, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Oregon is hard. Have you watched Oregon play this year?
Absolutely. Dante Moore. I mean, told you, that dude is special.
That dude is special. Like he's also in that same category as Hardge. He still don't know it all.
Right.
When
the 5-star too.
Yeah, when that guy gets it together, he's going to be a force. He reminds me a lot of Russell Wilson when he was younger.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, don't be telling everybody that, man. A lot of people don't like Russ, so don't do that. Don't do that to him.
They don't like Russ because of his arrogance and his attitude. If you try to judge Russell on his talent, and you don't like him, that makes you a hater. Because that dude was, when he was at Seattle, he was a monster.
Yep.
Listen, with all of the quarterbacks that went to the Pro Bowl, he was one of them.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me you can hate on a Pro Bowl quarterback?
Yeah, a lot of people do that. They hate on everybody.
Went to the Super Bowl twice, back-to-back seasons. Would have won 2 Super Bowls if
they would have gave it to Beast Mode. But it is what it is. And then the final game that I'm looking at is, Marcus, you talked about this, the Florida Gators, 7.5-point dog on the road at Texas A&M. Can they figure it out? Did they find something last week against the University of Texas? Or is it one of those situations where it's like, hey, man, this is a different team. This is a different time. So we will see what it is. But I believe that game will be on ESPN. But I told you at the beginning of the year, man, there's just something about this Texas A&M team that's a little bit different than what we've seen over the last few years. I don't know if it's the leadership. I don't know if it's the way that they handle business. But this is a team that seems like they're locked and loaded and expected to have a big year.
No, Hardge, I think it was what me and you talked about before the season, and that was the fact that he was on the hot seat, and he had to do it. It's the same thing with DeBoer. Like, you have to do it.
Was on the hot seat?
Man, he A&M fan base, they don't care if you go 8-4. If you don't win 10 games and are in the top for a big-time playoff spot or a top bowl game, it's failure.
Well, that's interesting to me, but I know this. Texas A&M is the real deal. They got a quarterback playing at a high level. The wide receiving core is tough, and that defense is flying to the football. Don't rest easy on that. I got a buddy that went to the game the other day, and he said it was a life-changing experience for him watching all them people over there. It was crazy. When we come back, we'll continue the conversations. Hour number 1 is in the books. Let's get ready for hour number 2 right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone. Hardball Hardge here, and they say everything's bigger in Texas. And at the Yellow Rose, that includes your Friday steak. From noon to 9, grab a 16-ounce bone-in ribeye that is literally as big as your face. Certified Angus beef, cooked just right for only $20. Then come back for all your football action all weekend long. 2 giant high-def screens with sound plus 12 more TVs for every angle and replay you might have missed. Hungry? $10 Rose burgers, wings, tenders, and El Pastor pizza got you covered. Yellow Rose, where the views are amazing and so's the steak.
The Home Depot has everything you need to turn your home into a beacon of holiday cheer. So whether you're going all out or just adding a few holiday touches, we've got you covered with trees, yard decor, and more. Save time decorating with one of our easy-to-assemble pre-lit trees, or pick up a piece from our Yuletide Lane decor collection and fill your yard with holiday joy. Whatever your style, find everything to get your holidays started at the Home Depot.
Game day just got here. Kolache Factory, our October flavor of the month, pumpkin cream muffin. It's perfect for any sweet tooth and great for sharing with party trays. Order online or through the Kolache Factory app before it's gone. Kolache Factory, a history of good taste.
Shop simple. It doesn't get any easier. You're looking for a new Ford. You don't have time to spend hours at the dealership. You're busy. So Leif Johnson Ford has made it simple. Pick yours at leifjohnsonford.com. We can bring it to you for a home test drive. Once you determine it's perfect, you can arrange financing, value your trade, and sign all your paperwork digitally. Then simply tell us where and when you want to take delivery. Leif Johnson Ford. Leif Johnson Ford has made buying a new Ford simple.
There's a new way to keep your home safe. It's called Simply Safe, and it's completely different than everything else you've thought about with home security. Typical security systems only react once somebody's inside your house. Real security stops a crime before it starts. With Simply Safe, the moment somebody steps onto your property, AI security cameras identify the threat and alert professional monitoring agents. To get 50% off your new system, go to simplysafedan.com. That's simplysafedan.com for 50% off. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night, like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $600 plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
October baseball is here. The baseball postseason is in full swing, and BetOnline is your #1 source to get closer to the action. From first pitch to the final out, BetOnline gives you more ways to play with the latest odds, breaking news, live scores, and in-game wagering. Catch every pro and college football game, cage fighting, and hockey futures all in one place. Lastly, don't miss their VIP program with level-up bonuses, cash boosts, and exclusive rewards. Head to BetOnline today, because at BetOnline, the game starts here.
Only one app puts the live radio dial in your pocket
and lets you save your favorite stations, playlists, and podcasts as presets.
iHeartRadio is your all-access pass to the audio that moves you.
Get what millions already have. The free iHeartRadio app.
The #1 app for radio.
Many of our U.S. veterans and service members face challenges. At the Bob Woodward Foundation, we invest in solutions to help support them in the next chapter of their lives. Learn more about our work at bobwoodwardfoundation.org/success.
From the Audiovisual Consultation Studios, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin, your home for the Horns, and the #1 preset in your car and on the free iHeartRadio app.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. Mike Hardball Hardge, world's strongest man and WWE Hall of Famer, the Mark Henry. Right now, we are being joined by a guy that I've known since he was a young lad in K-Town and getting it done. So I wanted to be the one to make sure that we got him on the line. His name is Tommy Harris Jr. He's from K-Town, but he's also an Oklahoma Sooner. So we'll make sure that.
Why are you saying like that? We love Tommy.
Oh, yeah. So, Tommy, what's happening, my man? Thank you for waking up with us this morning. I know that you're a busy man, but we appreciate you taking the time.
You know I gotta love you guys. I get up and talk football at this early in the morning. You know I gotta be excited about some Boomer Sooner and some Longhorn football.
So
how you guys been doing?
We're good, man. We're good. I wanted to ask you this because this is that time of year, and we've talked to Cale Gundy this week. We also talked to Alex Okafor. This is a big week, no matter what the records are. I don't think it really matters at this point. It just so happened that Oklahoma's having a better year right now. But you've been in these battles when the team wasn't always great. You've been in these battles when the team was good. What is it about this week that gets you going?
I mean, this is pretty much, for me, this was the bowl game, especially coming from Texas. Going against my state, this was your bowl game. So if this was the make or break for me, and I knew I had to go back to Texas every year, so I didn't want to go back hearing them talk trash. So this became a very important game on the schedule, and not just that, it impacts the rest of the season. And just like you said, anytime the teams show up there, it doesn't matter if they're number 1 or 2 in the country. The record is 0-0. So it's eager to see the effort that the guys are going to put out display tomorrow. But I know it's going to be max effort. And we just expect the Sooners to keep doing what they've been doing, bulldozing. So,
well, Tommy, I want to go on record right now and saying thank you for mentoring and helping my son. I think that between you and Corey Redding, I think that Jacob got a lot of his education in wrestling and football because of you guys. And, you know, I don't always get the chance to hand people their flowers. So I wanted to extend that. and it goes beyond the Texas OU relationship. It's the man thing, and you do a lot, not just in the sports space, but with your faith and your spirituality. Is there something that you're working on right now that we can point to and say, this guy is more than football?
Yeah, man. Right now, I have some things that we're doing. I have my second book I've been working on called Only Time Will Tell. But I just been on the move just to encourage people to continue to endure. I don't have anything to sell. I'm not a salesman. I just came to encourage people and empower people to continue. No matter what, we're in some very tough times. And just my life is just a beacon of hope, just what I've been able to live through, overcome. I just want when people to see me just to know that they can do it, just to inspire them to keep their head up, to continue. I know how hard life can be, and to continue to endure, to fight through it. So that's pretty much my message, man. The rest of my life, it ain't changing. And boomer sooner. And I also, if you're gonna give me my flowers, I want to give you a botanical garden as a father, and what you've done in this as your whole body of work and entertainment, and how you've inspired so many men. I had you on my wall, so you've been great. It's just been great to be a part of this journey, from Jacob being in high school to seeing him in college and going to the right university that wanted him. You know what I mean? The one that wanted him and appreciate him, and the school like this. I don't even see how you wear that Longhorn, but we're gonna make sure I got you a Sooners hat, and I got some new Longhorn hats for you guys. That I'll have for you. I'm trying to hope they'll be finished getting print today. So I'll have something for you after the victory. All right.
Wow. He stroked our face and slapped us at the same time.
He was holding one side so it didn't move so he could slap us.
Yeah.
We're talking to Sooner legend and K-Town legend, my guy Tommy Harris. He's from the 254, and we always represent when we see each other. But I wanted to ask you this question because, when you're in the league, you're playing with different players on your squad. And I know that there was a time that you were on the bus in your rookie season headed to that weekend. You were going to a rookie Smithsonian or something like that. And you and another guy named Nathan Vasher were having a tough time trying to have a conversation because it was Boomer Sooner and Hook'em week, and y'all were both looking at each other a little side eye.
Oh yeah, Nate Vash.
Yeah,
let me tell you something. That's one of the most quietest people I've ever met. But when it comes down to Texas OU week, man, please. I've never seen Nathan Vasher act so out of body. Like the Longhorns over there, that's like, when we beat y'all, that's gonna break everything. That's all. So I hope Nate Vash listeners like so. Nate, you don't even got
I'm calling him as soon as this show is over.
What? Nate know. I just text Nate, I told you so. Like he don't even have to call me,
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, man, Nate Bass been a great competitor, man. Great teammate, great competitor. Always had fun. And Derek Johnson. Derek can't stand me either.
It seemed to be unified when it comes to them Longhorns and Sooners, which is a great thing, and why I wanted to make sure that we got an opportunity to talk to you. I run into you on the basketball circuit all the time with our kids playing sports, and both of them decide to go in a different direction from which we did, which is all good because we enjoy watching them grow up and what they've been able to do. But I wanted to ask you this, as this weekend gets closer, we're just a couple days away from the big matchup. What is it about this Oklahoma defense that you've liked so far?
You know what I'm loving the most? You can't beat a team, right? And usually it takes probably about week 8 or week 9 where you can finally see it. But I saw it from week 1, how fast the guys play, how physical they moved. In the Michigan game, they moved on to a higher level of ball, and then they just continued to keep getting better. The young guys up front, the D-line is playing out of their minds, and that's what this game is going to come down to, the trench work. But just watching the guys have fun, play fast, and looking what the coaching staff have done at Oklahoma, you can tell how quick these guys are playing. That means that studying is down pat. Information is being displayed. Guys are having fun in practice, and it's showing on game day.
Yeah, and that defense is something that everybody's been talking about, but they'll truly be tested this weekend. We can't wait for this to happen. We'll be coming up tomorrow, or tonight, actually. We'll be in town tonight, and we'll try to hit you up and see what's going on. What are you sitting at home watching the game, or are you going to be on the sideline for this one?
No, I'm going down. I've been in the stands lately, so I'll sit up there with my daughter. But but people don't know I'm in there, and that's the funnest part. It's just being in the. I mean, you don't get that many chances to sit in the stands. Like Mark Henry would never sit in the stands, but I sit in the stands. You know what I mean? Sit behind them people. And,
Tommy, I make no apologies for my celebrity. I can't do it.
You said, Mark, you be over there by Bevo. Mark, you sit right by Bevo.
Good company.
Hey,
don't talk a lot.
Mark, you want me to get you a sideline pat? You know we're gonna get you better seating on our side, OU side, than the Texas side.
Well, go and give me a sideline pass. Just so I can.
I see you. Yeah, you tired of sitting over there by Bevo.
No, I need security.
Oh, okay, I got you. You right. You right from that other side. You right. After that victory, you sure right. You gonna need all the shit. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all, man.
Nah, we appreciate you, man. I appreciate you getting up this morning again to
y'all
kick it with us.
got a show going on down there?
Yes.
Y'all gonna be somewhere?
Yeah,
we'll send you all the information. We love to have you.
We'll be at Bar W tomorrow at what's today? Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow.
Yeah.
At starting at 2:00. Yeah, we get closer and closer, man. I played football back in the day, and my head still hurt. So we got to deal with that.
Understood.
But yeah, I'll send you the information in just a minute to tell you where we're going to be on both days, Friday and Saturday.
All right, Hart.
All right, there he is, Tommy Harris, former Texas or Oklahoma Sooner. He was a man. He was a monster, and you should go back and look at his high school numbers, what he did in high school. That dude was serious about that business. Coming up next, we got to pay off a debt to society. Well, we call him Titus O'Neil, but you know him as Thaddeus Bullard. I'm a little upset, Mark. We shouldn't have made the bet, but we got to pay it off. Yes, he's coming on.
That's why my mama told me not to gamble.
That's right, Mark. You are failing us, but it was for entertainment purposes only. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Coach Sark here. Stay connected to the Longhorns on the free iHeartRadio app.
Breaks a tackle 30, turns down the sidelines. Say goodnight to this one. Touchdown, Texas.
Just search 1300 The Zone. Hook 'em.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
A slow go this morning on Mopac heading southbound. Plan for about 10 to 15 minutes to be added to your drive between Howard Lane over to Far West Boulevard. Similar slowdowns for rush hour traffic on I-35 northbound going from Onion Creek Parkway over to William Cannon Drive. And there's a crash on Palmer Lane at Harris Branch Parkway. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance can help you protect your home, auto, boat, motorcycle, ATV, and RV, and more. And if something wasn't mentioned that you had in mind, find out if it can be covered at progressive.com or 1-800-PROGRESSIVE, because it probably can be.
Every touchdown, every victory, every Texas fight song deserves a winning beer. And the only beer you should have is Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. So grab your friends, crack open a few cold ones, and celebrate in burnt orange style, because there's no party like a Longhorn party. So celebrate big wins. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Austin, are you ready for the ultimate showdown? The Formula One United States Grand Prix takes over Circuit of the Americas October 17th through 19th. The fastest cars, the fiercest drivers, the loudest crowds. The party keeps going as Kygo, Garth Brooks, and the Turnpike Troubadours light up the stage at night. It's racing. It's music. It's Texas size. Get your tickets at thecircuit.com. That's thecircuit.com.
The pumpkin spice latte is back at Starbucks. Crafted with our signature espresso and real pumpkin sauce. Then topped with whipped cream, cinnamon, and nutmeg. The PSL. Get it while it's hot or iced. Only at Starbucks.
Your Valpak Blue envelope of savings is arriving in the mailbox. Inside, you'll find coupons to dine, shop, and save local. This month, keep an eye out for special offers from A1 Garage Door, the name you can trust for repairs, service, and garage door replacements. And remember, savings don't stop at the mailbox. Visit Valpak.com anytime for instant access to local coupons and deals you'll love. Valpak and A1 Garage Door, opening doors to savings at home.
If your cash is sitting in a savings account, it's at risk. Old school advice says save more, but today the strategy is broken. When inflation spikes, they print money or cut rates, your dollar shrinks. So do your savings. The solution? Own something real. Physical gold and silver. When the dollar drops, gold and silver prices rise. And with Noble Gold, owning gold is simple. Just visit noblegoldinvestments.com and chat with a specialist. The knowledge is free. The protection is priceless. Visit noblegoldinvestments.com. Past performance may not be indicative of future results. Investing in precious metals involves risk. Consult your financial advisor before making investment decisions.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch, because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 25 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shields Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 or in Mississippi.
iHeart presents Police coming straight from the underground. Ice Cube bringing truth to power. Am I ever than a natural born killer? You know how we do. Featuring 4 decades of attitude. A musical production like he's never done before. Taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th. Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. 4 decades of attitude. Before hip-hop, homies got shot. Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Mark Henry here. Did you know that since 1936, Shipley's Donuts has been a Texas tradition? And now Dripping Spring is waking them up. They serve fresh, hot-baked donuts, and kolaches, and hot coffee. Get out to 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They open bright at 5 a.m. Grab you a dozen. Okay, grab 2 dozen, but I suggest more than one at least. Shipley's Donut. You can order them online at shipleysdonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy. Shipley's Donuts, West Highway 290 in Dripping Spring.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, covering the 40 acres.
Legends of the Locker, hey, Legends of the Locker, hey. Niggas going live and we taking over just for you. Legends of the Locker, hey. Legends of the Locker, hey. We live on the air and you know that we speak the truth. Mark Henry and Mike Hardge, we live.
This is a special segment where some things happen that probably shouldn't. We made a bet last week, made a deal with the devil, and now the devil is coming to, get his flowers. We are oh, Lord have mercy. We are joined by Titus O'Neil, Thaddeus Buller, as he is excited about his victory. And Mark, you brought this upon us, man, by accepting the wager. And now we got a whole helmet looking at us right now. Welcome to the show once again.
Hey, can we get this over with?
Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people of Texas and all around the world. I am Thaddeus Bullard, a.k.a. WWE legend Titus O'Neil, proud University of Florida Gator football alumnus. And last week, I came on to this show and spoke with my brother, my good friend, my role partner, Mr. Mark Henry, and he had so many things to say about how the outcome of the game between the University of Texas Longhorns and the Florida Gators was going to happen in the swamp of all places. I mean, I could see if he had this confidence going on and we were playing it in Texas, but we were playing in the swamp. And I know we've had our issues and as of late when it comes to the gridiron glory that we're trying to return to. But man, oh man, oh man, if you guys watched my Instagram story, you would have to, I mean, it was almost like, I mean, I was on the field. I was there. I was giving everybody a front row seat of the devastation that Florida created on the college football landscape. In the top 10, by the way. I mean, Texas is a really good, solid football team. I told Mr. Henry that they haven't been very successful on offense, and Florida's offense has been struggling as well. But the defense have been playing lights out all year. All year. And I'm not going to jump on the bandwagon of media personalities that are trying to throw Mr. Arch Manning under the bus. I think he's an extremely good talent. I watched him since high school. Actually, my son can proudly say that he's never lost to a Manning as well because he beat him in high school and then he beat him again on Saturday. I never lost to a Manning. My son Titus never lost to a Manning. And just so happens that the colors that both Mannings wore in college happen to be a variation of orange. Burnt orange for the University of Texas and citrus orange for the University of Tennessee. So I've never been beaten by a Manning. I've never had to come onto a radio show. And
Are you done?
I've never had to come onto a radio show and seemingly be so boisterous about something. But when it comes to something as passionate as I am about my university, as much as Mr. Henry has always been passionate and told me.
Hey, sir, you know, sports radio is back and forth. It's back and forth banter.
So
like, I have had enough.
You shouldn't have anything to say except for, man,
I took my punishment.
I'm all ears, though. I'm all ears.
All I'm going to say is congratulations.
I told you last week. I told you last week on the interview. There was a lot of back and forth there. But ain't no back and forth. You take this, Mark. You take this, what you earned. You earned this. You know? Like my grandma used to say, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. And damn it, we showed you. We showed you, Mark.
Hey, I'm going to tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. We came in on Monday, and that was the first thing that was said is we got to pay the piper on Thursday. My wife
said, let's get it out the way.
He tried to get me. He said, hey, can you come in on Tuesday or Wednesday? He wanted to get it over with. I say, no, brother, we agreed to Thursday. I'm going to let this thing marinate for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So here we are. Here we are.
Both teams play hard, my man.
Well, congratulations. Congratulations. I really do see the fact that Florida is going to turn their season around. I've seen the light, and I don't want no more smoke. I learned my lesson. That's why my mama told me not to gamble. That Henry's got horrible luck gambling, so don't do it. And I went against it, and my mama is right now looking down on me, shaking her head like damn fool. Told you not.
You went with your heart, Mark. She wouldn't be upset. You went with your heart, Mark. You know,
that's
nothing
how he
wrong with
gets
going with
down.
your heart.
He's always with his heart, as you can see on his shirt right now. He's talking about he's been sleeping on the couch because he's got a son that's playing at Oklahoma, and he's got his Texas Longhorn on there, and he said he will not go against the Longhorns. I hope my son plays well, but he is Longhorn all the way.
That's a good father. That's a great father. And more importantly, he is a loyal. I mean, the guy's been loyal to the Texas Longhorns ever since I've known him, and that obviously shouldn't change. I mean, I feel the same way about my son. That's at UCF when UCF played Florida. I say, hey, I hope my son has an excellent game, but I hope Florida beats the brakes off of him. I mean, that's just the reality of it,
That's how we built. That's how we built. I love it. I love it. I do want to ask you this because obviously the swamp is the swamp, and we had Danny Davis, one of our local guys, talked about being in there, and he said it was deafening in there the entire game. Is that what you used to hearing, obviously, because you played there, but more importantly now, being on that sideline, you get a chance to hear it all. It was pretty intense, right?
Yeah, it was definitely one of the loudest games I've ever been to. Even as a player, a lot of times, and Mark knows he's been in major crowds at WrestleMania, etc. on the football field. As a player, you don't really hear it that way because you're so tuned into the game. But sitting back and watching it as a fan and seeing hearing the responses, it's almost like being at a WWE show, And I think that crowd that night definitely contributed to the outcome of the game. It caused a couple of false starts in crucial moments, and in my opinion, that was the major difference of the game was that we effectively ran the football. Like I said, I think Arch Manning is a tremendous talent. I don't know that. I honestly, in my opinion, I feel like he's the most athletic of all the Manning namesakes. But I feel like they probably need to move him around a little bit more. They're trying to sit him back in the pocket and just have him be a pocket passer, and I think that's kind of putting him in an awkward position for right now. For him being young, let him move around, let him use his athleticism. Because man, when he took off a few times, just as loud as that stadium was, it got quiet real quick because it's like, oh my God!
Hey Titus, you got to see it firsthand, being an alum of Tim Tebow. I can see Manning playing out of the pistol more and being able to be a running quarterback. But what do you think that against that? Like Vince Young was kind of more of a spread running quarterback when Tebow was in that pistol. Which option do you think will work best with what his skill set is?
I think Arch can do both, to be honest with you. Like I say, the kid is like really athletic, and he's got a really good arm on him. I think he, from a passing standpoint, he's better than both of those guys, which you just talked about, as far as accuracy is concerned. But I feel like he's got the athleticism to run the pistol and run the spread offense effectively, and I think he'll be more of a threat in a different offense that way. Him sitting back and just doing 5-step, 7-step drops every play, I don't feel like is the best offense for him. I don't personally, and even if
Hardge said
I
that they
equate him
should
to
go
being
quick
like
game.
a Josh Allen. I think he's more of a Josh Allen type football player.
Put him in the pistol.
Yeah, yep.
Hardge said the quick game would be the best for him. You think that the quick game would be better, like 3-step and maybe 5-step at the most?
I would say. I mean, yeah, a quick game would work for him, but moving him around where he has options that if it's nothing there, go. That to me is what would.
Oh, he froze up like you. Y'all both over there. What y'all got? Cricket? Y'all got cricket on y'all's internet?
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm at this hotel in Beaumont, Texas, and Beaumont is not known for a lot of things, except for good food. Everything else is suspect.
And I'm at my school, so I like, you know, you might hear a bell or something go off here in a minute. I'm in my office.
Titus, can you tell us quickly about the school, please? Because I think that's one of the more interesting things about you.
Yeah. So there's a public school here that resides in the 6 high zip code for kids living in poverty in the entire state of Florida. It's in East Tampa. The high school graduation rate at this area was 24% when I first started at this school. I started originally coming here doing birthday parties for kids that couldn't afford to have birthday parties because I didn't have a birthday party as a kid. And then that morphed into Champions of Character program. We started, and then essentially me working with the school district here on changing the narrative of the school without costing the school district money. I did my own fundraising. I put a turf field here. I got a street hockey rink out here in the back, in the middle of the hood. But more importantly, I put them on a house system, which is a derivative of a school in Atlanta called the Ron Clark Academy. And his house system is based on Harry Potter. My house system is based on the word pride because there was no pride. We have 5 houses, everybody on the staff, and every student, positivity, respect, innovation, determination, and excellence. In the first year that we put this into place, we had a 67-point increase in our school grade, which was the highest in the state and 6th in the nation for a demographic of kids. We're 100% free and reduced lunch kids here at this school. Many of them come from the same background that I come from, same background that Mark comes from. And we're changing lives here in a powerful way. The school was about to get shut down by the state along with the elementary school behind it. And, you know, the school district gave me a shot and took a chance on what we were doing. And we're creating something really special. I mean, if you walk on campus now versus how it looked before, we got a whole academy on the other side that has a TV production studio in it, music studio, an entire room dedicated to mental health and wellness. We do art therapy, equine therapy, dog therapy, music therapy with these kids and these families throughout here. We do wellness days that bring out the entire community. And I built a prosperity center that actually services the entire zip code. So we do everything from rental assistance to job seeking opportunities. We do free legal aid, all except for criminal. People that have tenant issues. We have a lot of veterans that lived in this area that were homeless and they could not find their benefits. So we have attorneys that work with them to get them housing, to get them benefits, to get them medical services. The list goes on, but that's a very small, time capsule of. I started coming here in 2014. Put up a post, which they actually, when they renamed the school after me, they printed out this post, and within a year of what I had posted, 75% of the stuff that I said I wanted to do here was done. So
why didn't you lead with that rather than talking about Florida?
Because I was originally.
Because everybody like you now. See how everybody love
back
you?
And forth, Mark. Here's the back and forth. It's the back and forth. I was originally brought on this show because we made an agreement that I would talk to you about the outcome of the game. So
see how I took it another direction
with this question. You say, "Hey, man, it look like you're at your school. Tell us a little bit about that." You know what I'm saying? That's a miss on your part. You know what I'm saying?
never got a chance. You never gave me the opportunity on my show. You put a helmet in front of the screen.
I had that for at least you say I had that there for at least 10 seconds. You could have easily said, "Hey, man, move that. It seems like you might be at an interesting space." You know what I'm saying? You could have derailed it. I mean, you know psychology, Mark. You know how to flip the script real quick. We saw your retirement speech live and in person. You had a whole world thinking you about to retire, bro. So you could have had the whole world completely forget, and me included, completely forget why I came on this show.
And I don't think that I ever apologized for lying to you and Fred for a year in the car.
Fred was crying. Fred was crying.
You was
Fred
crying
cried,
too.
legit cried. Huh?
You was crying too. Don't be trying to
Oh.
put it all on Fred.
Hey, tell them
No,
gangsters
Fred-
don't cry in public. You know what I'm saying?
Fred asked me, he said, "Did you know?" It's like, "No, man, I ain't know, bro. I ain't know at all."
Well, Thaddeus, we're
By
up
the end of
against
this-
it, buddy. I appreciate you
Yeah.
jumping on with us, and congratulations on your victory. But more importantly,
Yeah.
congratulations on all you're doing in your community, and continue the success. We will not talk to you again until next year, so you can forget about it.
Oh no, you can have me. Hey, you can have me on anytime you
No.
want, to, bro.
No, that's okay.
Anytime
We'll
y'all
see you
want
next
me.
year.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
make sure your internet go out real quick. I'll see you.
All right. All right.
Appreciate you.
See y'all.
Hey, man,
Yeah,
tell
man.
them kids I love them, man.
Yep. Same to yours, bro. Same to yours.
When
All
we
right,
come
brother.
back, we'll have the world's strongest take. It's going to be like 2 minutes, but we're going to do it right here on the morning
Hey,
kickoff.
that's all I need.
1300 The Zone.
Legends of the locker room. Legends of the locker room. We is going live and we taking over just for you. Legends of the locker room. Legends of the locker room. We live on the air.
Listen to something authentically Austin, the JB and Sandy podcast on the iHeartRadio app.
A slow go this morning on Mopac heading southbound. Plan for about 10 to 15 minutes to be added to your drive between Howard Lane over to Far West Boulevard. Similar slowdowns for rush hour traffic on I-35 northbound going from Onion Creek Parkway over to William Cannon Drive. And there's a crash on Palmer Lane at Harris Branch Parkway. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Member Week is here at Lowe's. My Lowe's Rewards members get up to 40% off hundreds of items plus free standard shipping. Join for free today. Free standard shipping not available in Alaska and Hawaii. Exclusions and more terms and conditions apply. Details at lowes.com/terms subject to change.
Hardge here, and fall is in the air, and the deals at Covert Ford Huddle are downright thrilling. Right now, get $12,369 off MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Super Duty F-250 SRW Lariat, or take $9,122 off MSRP on a new 2025 Ford F-150 XLT. No tricks, just powerful rides, scary good savings, and a family tradition. Only at Covert Ford Huddle, right off of 79 in Huddle. CovertFordHuddle.com.
Huddle up. Specs is unleashing a savings blitz just in time for kickoff. With ice-cold canned cocktails, bold bourbons, and touchdown-worthy snacks, Specs is stacking your team with an unbeatable selection and lower prices. Fill the cart, pile on the snacks, and hydrate like a champion. Your winning drive starts at Specs. Down, set, save. Specs. The fun starts here.
We started Henyon & Walsh for people like you. People with integrity, honesty, and loyalty. The result? We care about you and your investment success. We're dedicated to your financial goals, so we'll always give you our best efforts because you've earned it. We're Henyon & Walsh and committed to you. Get a second opinion. Call 800-279-5279 or find us online. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henyon & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henyon & Walsh Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Stuck in a job that just isn't getting it done? Maybe it's time to go for IT. Whether you're just starting out, switching careers, or a military veteran ready for change, My Computer Career can help you launch a rewarding career in IT in months. No prior experience needed. Why spend years getting a traditional degree when your future in IT can start right now? Take the free career evaluation at mycomputercareer.edu today. Your most powerful upgrade? Your career. Go for it. Go for IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Sometimes you don't need a plan, you just need chicken. Hot, crispy, juicy chicken made fresh, never frozen every time you walk through the door. Tumble 22 is your neighborhood hot chicken spot with scratch-made sides, cold drinks, and southern hospitality that feels like home. From spicy sandwiches to that perfect buttermilk pie, we've got your sweet and spicy cravings covered. Austin, you've got a new favorite. Tumble 22. Come hungry, leave happy, and maybe a little on fire.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk, everything you need and nothing you don't.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Your Austin weather, partly cloudy skies for your Thursday, a high of 92. Clear tonight, a low of 66. Friday sunshine, a high in the low 90s with a low of 62.
This report is sponsored by eBay. Swapping out your tires? There's nothing like it. With eBay, you find the feel you're looking for. From smooth highway rides to grip for rough terrain. Get all the tires you need at the prices you'll love. eBay. Things people love.
Sports season is in high gear, and iHeartRadio's got it all. The NFL.
It's a touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Baseball postseason.
Tail time in game 1.
College football, the NHL, and the NBA is about to tip off. It's all right at your fingertips on the iHeart app with play-by-play podcasts and local stations where you can join the conversation.
I agree with the last caller. We got to be done with that guy.
Join the millions who are already doing it. Open the free iHeartRadio app now. Sports on iHeartRadio, where fans live it.
Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone presents the Craig Way Show. Join Craig Way weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. only on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
That's what I do! That's what I do!
There he is, WWE Hall of Famer and World's Strongest Man, the Mark Henry, as he brings you his World's Strongest Take. Take it away, big fella.
Hardge.
What's up, man?
You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the World's Strongest Take by the World's Strongest Man. Marcus, back then they didn't know me, but now I'm hot. They all on me. I feel that even more so right now because I'm down in this area in Southeast Texas where that big Texas energy is prevalent. But I got a short World's Strongest Take today because it has to be. Knowing that it's football season, I'm going to talk about something related to basketball season. NBA is about to start, and one Victor Wembanyama is been training with Hakeem Olajuwon. I sent you guys a video of him working out with Hakeem. Hakeem was showing him several moves that would fit his game skill set, one of which is a back cut spinning baseline jumper. He wants him to get into the paint and spin out of the paint and shoot from 15 to 17 feet. The first time that he showed Victor Wembanyama this move, he was able to do it. And Hakeem said, you did this before? The guy has grown 2 inches since last season. They had him listed at 7'3.5". Now he's 7'5.5". Guys, it doesn't look good for the West. What say you, Hardge?
Yeah. I mean, he's a freak. If he can stay healthy, we've all talked about it. There's no surprise to me that he is this good. I mean, when you're that tall and you're able to do the things that he's capable of doing, I watched him play the other night. He's just effortless in everything that he does. So I'm not shocked by this. I don't know exactly, Hakeem, what he's been able to do is one thing, but that's not for a 7'5" guy. You know what I'm saying? A 7'5" guy, nobody's blocking that. He's the one that's going to be the intimidator. So I'm glad he's working with people. He worked with Kevin Garnett. He's worked with all the greats. So
LeBron, Shaq.
He's going to be just fine. And so that's good stuff for him. An exciting time for him, an exciting time for Spurs fan. I'll tell him, Marcus, this is going to be probably one of the best years in basketball in the state of Texas on the pro level because all 3 of the teams are going to be in contention at some point. So I'm excited about it. When we come back, we'll close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. Major League Baseball and NFL action tonight. And there were some big home runs hit yesterday, right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
The Craig Way Show, weekdays at 2.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Reports of a crash on Highway 290 westbound just after Old Kimbrough Road, looking downtown on I-35 northbound for some stop-and-go speeds from Highway 71 over to Cesar Chavez, about a 15-minute delay. And also rush hour traffic on Mopac heading southbound from Howard over to Far West. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. At Progressive Insurance, they offer auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options to cover your small business needs and more. Visit Progressive.com today. Again, that's Progressive.com.
Keeping score of your finances but missed the Bitcoin wagon? There's a second chance called Texacoin. Score big at texacoin.org.
It was not the start the conference play that Texas was looking for, falling to the Florida Gators 29-21 in the Swamp. Texas, now 3-2 on the season, fell out of the AP Top 25 poll altogether on Sunday. And now with the Red River rivalry on the horizon, Steve Sarkisian hopes his Longhorns band together.
I think that this is where you find out about the culture that you have. It's what we just talked about as a team. We got to get tighter than we've ever been. We're going to have to quiet the noise because there'll be plenty of noise coming out of this game, and we need to get back to work, and we need to play our brand, our style of football that we're capable of playing. And we just didn't do it tonight. Against that's a good team. We knew it was going to be a good team coming in. We knew it'd be a tough environment. We knew we needed to play well, and we didn't play good enough. But we'll hunker down. We've done it before. We know how to do it, but it's going to take everybody staying really well connected, and we've got to be really tight. And we got to march forward. Done it before. We'll do it again.
Get in early on the next big coin and extend your lead at texacoin.com. This is an investment that carries risk. texacoin.org.
Hardball Hardge here. Austin, you like bone-in? Get the Friday lunch special at the Yellow Rose. A voluptuous 16-ounce certified Angus bone-in ribeye at the Yellow Rose for just $20. A steak so good, you'll forget to look up. Fridays at the Yellow Rose ain't just lunch. It's a feast for VIPs. Comes with a side and the best view in Austin. Get a $20 steak ribeye Fridays from noon to 9 at the Yellow Rose Cabaret. And get your weekend football action with watch parties there, too.
For over 80 years, Austin Telco Federal Credit Union has been putting our community first. With 24 locations across the greater Austin area, we're here to help with every stage of life. Buying a car or home, saving for family, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. Enjoy high deposit rates, low loan rates, and no monthly service fees. Plus, manage your money anytime with our powerful digital banking tools, including credit score monitoring and budgeting made easy. Open your account today online or in person. Visit atfcu.org to learn more. Federally insured by NCUA.
Oh, how's that flu, babe? Did you take Dayquil Intense Flu yet?
Nah, I got this. Ugh, okay, I don't got this.
You stay on the couch, and I'll grab the Dayquil.
Undo your flu symptoms with Dayquil Intense Flu. Dayquil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms.
I'm ready for that to-do list.
Wow, you do got this.
Dayquil Intense Flu. The daytime coughing, aching, fever, under your flu, medicine. Use as directed, keep out of reach of children.
iHeart presents Ice Cube, Truth to Power Tour. Taking the stage at Moody Center, October 16th.
Straight out of Compton, it's a crazy brother named Ice Cube.
Get tickets now at livenation.com.
Hey there, local business owner. Ready to make some more money? Whether you own an auto shop or a dinner spot, Valpak Direct Marketing can help you do just that. All bells and whistles are included, so you advertise when and where it counts to reach new customers that spend more. Measurable results, proven reach, zero guesswork. That's Valpak. Visit valpak.com/advertise to see if you qualify for a free mailing. That's VALPAK.com/advertise. Let's grow.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
Hey, it's Mark Henry, the world's strongest man, and here's some strong advice when it comes to working out, energy, longevity, pain management. It's all about blood flow. Heart health is all health. That's why I strongly recommend Super Beats by Human. I've been taking Super Beats Heart Chews for 9 months now, and I can feel it work immediately. You may have noticed the Human logo on the UT football field, and that's because Human was founded out of UT, and all UT teams use Super Beats products with clinically studied ingredients that are shown to provide nearly 2 times more effective blood pressure support than diet or just exercise alone. It's their cheat code, and it's mine too. You can go to livehuman.com and use the promo code MARK for 20% off of superior heart health performance with no crash. Go to livehuman.com with 2 N's, promo code MARK for 20% off your first order. Again, that's livehuman.com, 2 N's, promo code MARK.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Great day of interviews. If you missed any parts of that, get over to our podcast page and check out all the latest. And you can also go back and listen to a lot of our podcasts from the week. All of our podcasts, but all of our interviews as well. We've had a great week. Special shout out to our guy, Eric Henry of Horns 247. Go look at his latest article over there at Horns 247 about his conversations with the players, talking about the respect that they have for Arch and what he's been able to do. We also had a conversation with Boomer Sooner great Tommy Harris as he broke down this matchup and the respect that he has for K-Town. I love me some Tommy. And, of course, we just got schooled. We had to pay off our debt to society with Thaddeus Bullard, Titus O'Neil, WWE superstar, WWE legend. And he let us know all about how the game
My eyes still swollen shut right now.
Yeah, because
I don't like it.
It's been a rough one. But, last night it was rough, too, as the New York Yankees got sent home.
Come on, man. I told you don't talk about it.
Yeah, it's got to be talked about because now that is 16 years of not winning a title, and the stories continue to be about Boone as the coach. Is he still the right guy for the job? A lot of people are like, nope, got to get him out of here. But you know how that goes. It's going to be unexpected. But last night, there was also some big-time home runs that were hit in the Mariners game as the Mariners end up losing to the Tigers 9-3, and they pushed the series to 2-2.
The 1-0. Breaking ball lifted to right. Riley Green has finally come alive. Tigers lead their first lead since the 11th inning of Game 1, and it's Riley Green to give it to them. 4-3 Detroit.
They end up winning that game 9-3. You also had the Cubs defeating the Brewers to keep that series alive. The Brewers still lead 2-1. The Blue Jays in the Yankees' quest 5-2. But they can't say anything about Aaron Judge. He had a great series and continued to do it. And the Dodgers had double dose of Kyle Schwarber.
Dodger starters have been a major story. Schwarber gonna send one out of here. How far will it fly? My goodness. Kyle Schwarber with a tape measure shot up on top of the pavilion and right. That is one of the biggest bombs you will ever see. And the Phillies tie it up immediately on a Schwarber bomb here in the fourth.
Well, I figured 2-0, you might see a split coming right here. No, sir. He gave him the fastball, and Schwarber, as good as there is hitting that pitch, 455 feet.
Got a 3-run fourth. And now Schwarber, a high towering fly ball. That one is deep. Hernandez will watch it fly. It's another bomb. Kyle Schwarber has done it again. And the Phillies have busted it wide open here in the eighth.
I know Craig Way is not happy about that, but sorry, Craig. Now you get one more day of baseball. You get another chance to see the games. as they continue their quest. So today, starting at 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock, I'm not sure, the Phillies will be on the road taking on the Dodgers, and then the nightcap will be the Brewers and the Cubs as those series continue to go. Mark, tonight we also have NFL action as the NFC East is on display. Philadelphia is a 7-point favorite right now against the New York Giants. I told you everybody was excited about Jackson Dart. And then all of a sudden last week he gets punched in the face and things kind of change. But Philadelphia keeps winning. They lost last week, but they're having trouble in paradise when it comes to their team because a lot of people want the football and they're just wanting to do the passing game. But instead, they need to run the football because that's their key to success.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's suffering when you go out of disarray and you don't work towards winning the game. Saquon Barkley is not getting the ball. He's averaging 53.7 yards a carry, or yards a game.
I'm like,
man, he killing. But 53 yards a game is well below his average, 50 yards almost.
Right.
And of course, Brown is not getting the ball and is doing a lot of complaining. That those are things that easily fix. Winning fixes everything. And in the eyes of the quarterback.
Yeah.
In the eyes of the quarterback, winning fixes everything. He's got to convince these guys from a leadership standpoint of, guys, we need to win the games. Like, I know you want the ball. There's going to be days when it's all about you because of the matchups. So we'll see how that all plays out.
Just for the record, A.J. Brown has the same amount of targets as Justin Jefferson this year. So he's been targeted plenty. It's just a matter of not connecting. So there's got to be some things that's got to be worked out.
It'll catch up eventually.
No doubt. We will be on the road. We are headed to Dallas courtesy of our good friends over at the Yellow Rose, and Covert is giving the vehicle for your boy. I will be in Dallas. Mark will be in Dallas. Come and see us. We'll give you all the details about where we will be all day tomorrow, and, of course, where we'll be on the fairgrounds. For Marcus, for Mark Henry, I'm Hardball Hardge. Just remember this. Don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar. See you tomorrow, folks. Peace.
Peace.
Mark Henry here. Did you know that since 1936, Shipley's Donuts has been a Texas tradition? And now Dripping Spring is waking them up. They serve fresh, hot-baked donuts, kolaches, and hot coffee. Get out to 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They open bright at 5 a.m. Grab you a dozen. Okay, grab 2 dozen, but I suggest more than one at least. Shipley's Donut. You can order them online at shipleysdonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy. Shipley's Donuts, West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs.
October baseball is here.